And welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we have a plow here and field already plowed up right there. I went ahead and swapped out the old plow for this one. Um, I also got planter, seeder, and cultivator. And paid for all that at the used goods shop. The other plow was giving us some problems when I was trying to use it, so I went ahead and swapped it out for this. I still gotta get back the extra $6,000, so I'll do that here in a second, and I will come back when I've finished doing that. And we're back. As you can see, I gave back the extra $6,000 that we got from the exchange. But we're gonna go ahead and put a field in back here. I had already started recording with the other one, doing that field and so on and so forth, but the game froze up, and so I had to restart everything, and I forgot to hit record when I got back on and started doing it all over again. So you missed all that part, but yeah, we had some issues. We fixed them as best we could. And now we are just doing what we can to get back to where we were. So like I said, we put that field up front. It's a small field. We're going to do a little bit bigger field back here. That front field's going to be a small corn plot, because we got a small 2-row planter that we'll be using. This back field will probably be wheat or something like that. Wheat or barley or something. I'm not sure what yet. We'll do that next month. I'm not doing canola, at least not yet. So yeah, and I'd already talked to the shop owner about the tractor, the trailer, and the combine he's got sitting out there with the 2 headers. For the combine, he's wanting about $12,000, and then he said he wants another $5,000 for the trailer. And that Deutz-Power tractor, he said he'd be willing to take 19. So we're looking at about 37-ish, $36,000, give or take, to get all 3 of them. So it might be a bit before we get them. But those will be our next purchases in the used lot, and then we'll probably start buying new after we've established ourselves. That's also assuming nothing goes awry again. So yeah, we'll just get this all plowed up, and I'll see you guys when we're done. Sorry about all that movement. I was just checking out some of the details on this. I just find it so fascinating, like watching those springs move up and down. You know, seeing how the dirt moves like that when it's being plowed, and then looking at the attachment here, how it's connected and whatnot. I just find all of it fascinating. All right, looks like we are done plowing this field. All right, we'll just sneak in right here and put our plow away. Not much room there, so we'll put the plow over here. You know, I want to check something real quick. We got some spare cash. Let's see how much it would cost to upgrade this tractor a little and see what kind of upgrades it has available. All right. So we could do the 1066 tuning, puts us at 155. That's 600 bucks. We'll go with that. Front weight, 100 kilo, 200 kilo, 3, 4. Let's do a 600 kilo. I'm kind of tired. Is Makita. Oh, I like that. Midas, my bad. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So extra 1,500 bucks on that, but that's okay. Bumps us up to 155 horse. Let's grab the cultivator and fix this front field a little. They had some nasty ruts in it I want to get out. think we'll do barley. Leave that set up for next month. Well, technically tomorrow. Let's take a nap for the night. Let's check the news reports for the weather this morning. Alright, looks like we got a pretty decent weather forecast for the day. Let's go ahead and grab our little farm awl and head to the back field and plant some barley. You know, we may want to look into some lime and fertilizer while we're at it. Which means we'll need a spreader for that too. Okay. Trying to think of how we can make some extra cash around here. Not quite sure yet. I know there's at least 2 other farmers around. Maybe I'll see if they got any work I can do. Get some cash that way. Just trying to think about that combine harvester that we're gonna need, and the grain wagon. We'll want to get that as well for the harvest, and maybe even that Deutz Fahr. You know, we'll go ahead and we'll sell that John Deere. That should give us a decent amount of money back. And then after we've done that, we can sell that windrower because I did not like that windrower. We can look for a different one later, but that can definitely get sold. We can always cut more grass and turn it into hay and sell that. Or we could look into silage production of some sort. Maybe even a bigger mower. So yeah, we'll plant this barley and I'll see you guys when we are done. I'm gonna stop right here for a minute. I can't get that John Deere off my mind. I need to go sell that while I'm thinking about it, and I'll take the windrower with me, see what we're gonna get from that, and then I can start preparing other items. Yeah, I've never really liked this particular windrower. I know it's the only old school one we got available, but I just don't like the way it operates or the width of it. So we'll just have to imagine whichever windrower I pick up is old school. Okay. While we're at it, we'll look in here at their catalog and see what kind of windrowers they got. That looks like a Case IH to me. We'll say this is an 80s one. All right, we're going to take out a small loan and pick that up. We'll take out 50,000. And we'll just pick it up later. However, if I remember correctly, we needed what, 30, we'll call it 34 grand for all the equipment. So I'm gonna go talk to the shop owner and buy that equipment behind us, and I'll be back in a bit. Thank you. Have a great day, sir. Okay. We are now the proud owners of this here Deutzfahr, which we're saying is around a 1987, 86, somewhere around there. This trailer is probably around the 70s. So we'll transfer all this stuff back. And while I'm thinking about it, we're going to set this to a worker. So while that guy's working on planting our field, I can transport all my new equipment to where I need it. And then I'll contact the dealership about some used mowers and see what they got available. I'm going to take this mower in and see how much they'll give us for it. And if need be, we can take out another loan, get us some more equipment. You know, my uncle took out lots of loans on this property. And he had a huge farm and was paying it all back. If he can survive doing it, I'm sure we can, because we'll pay it back over time. It might take us a minute, but we'll get it paid off. All right, let's see what they'll give us. Let's repaint it and repair it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sell that for $45.75. We'll leave that parked right there for now, and let's go look at their catalog again, see what kind of mowers are available. First, let's go look at the specs on our tractors. We know we got about 150 on the International. The Deutz is a 143. So 155 or 143. That's what we're working with. That would give us 125 horse needed. We could do that Batwing. Mm, we could do that Neverland or this John Deere here. Mm, not enough old school stuff, that's for sure. Old decal, that's about all. Yeah, we'll do this. So 24 grand on that. Okay. Well, this video is coming to an end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Welcome back. So we picked up the John Deere mower over here. I want to see how this is going to look when it's unfolded, so give me a second. Swathing. Okay. That's probably the best I'm going to get. So while my worker is over dealing with our field, we're going to sneak back in here. And we're going to cut this grass. All right, with that done, let's look at what our options are here. So down here we have, I think it's in this area. That's not it. That's 100 grand. That's only 2 grand. I think we'll get this, but where to put it? I'm thinking right here would be good. Um, so yeah, we'll start some silage going. First, we're gonna grab this windrower and windrow at least the outer edge. That was all a little messy. Looks like it'll hold 400,000 liters, so we should be able to fit all of it in. You know what? Let's turn this off for now, and we'll turn it on after we've finished everything. All right, I think I'm gonna end the video here, and I will finish all this off screen. So have a good night.